Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the 2017 Atlanta Apartment Association Associate of the Year from Grasco Landscape Management, Jeremy Meese.
Wow. Got that standing ovation I was hoping for. Okay, stay in your seats, please. Don't worry, I'm the filler before we get started, so don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fox Theater and the first ever Atlanta's Funniest Apartment Professional. We have a lot of amazing comedians coming up for you tonight that are going to be performing. I'm not one of them. Oh, yeah. You guys are going to have to catch up already. But there's a lot of reasons for that. First of which, GAIEF couldn't afford me. Secondly, I just want to, tonight is not about me. Tonight is about a lot of people who have dedicated a lot of time and a lot of energy to put something together that was, that didn't exist 1 year ago. So it exists now, and we're all gonna have a good time, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. If you do wanna see me perform, I'm gonna be at the Laughing Skull Lounge in Midtown all next week. Come see me for Valentine's Day, okay? Believe it or not, there is actually someone in the room that was even more important than me tonight that did more to make this come together and really helped hash the idea. He's my co-producer. He owns the Laughing Skull Lounge. He owns Humor Wins, and I will hope you give the biggest round of applause of the night to Marshall Childs. I know I speak for Marshall when I say there are two other people in the room who've done a lot for this event, whether they know it or not, and that would be Marshall's wife, Laura, and my lovely wife, Dina. Give them a round of applause, please. So the main goal of this whole thing, other than raising money for GAIEF, was to bring people together through laughter. Laughter does something special to you guys. Take your hands off the steering wheel tonight, let your bodies laugh, let that chemical reaction happen. It's pretty amazing. The whole goal, guys, community through comedy. Cool? Yes. So now is the time to silence your cell phones. Do it, do it, do it. You want to be present. You want to be here with us, guys. I know you came through these doors on the right from the Grand Salon, but those doors are now closed. You can still go out there. There's still some food. The bars are still open. There's some people in line at the bars. They'll get here, don't worry. But these center doors are the ones you want to use. If you haven't figured it out, the bathrooms are upstairs. So use those doors on the left, and then definitely stick around after the show. We're going to have a great happy hour and networking right here in this room. We've got the room till 11 o'clock, so let's burn this place down. What do you say? All right, so is everyone ready? All the talking has stopped, right? No talking, only laughing from this point forward. If you see someone talking, smack them, give them an elbow. I promise you, everyone coming to this stage has worked very, very hard tonight. But we need you guys to be participants in this, okay? Some of you said yes, some of you are still talking. Without further ado, it's time to kick this show into high gear. You guys ready? Your host for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is a national touring stand-up comedian, a former corporate trainer and leader. He's been on The Apprentice, Red Eye on Fox, and a couple other shows that are no longer on the air. Please welcome to the stage my good friend, Paul Ollinger.
Jeremy Meese, keep it going for Jeremy Meese. He's the brainchild. Who's ready to have a good time tonight? Atlanta Apartment Professionals. You guys ready to have fun? Ma'am, are you ready to have fun? Ladies look beautiful tonight. Some of the guys look all right too. Not that great, but you know, like Jeremy said, I'm a comedian. I used to be in the corporate world. Now, full disclosure up front, I am not an apartment professional, but in my defense, I'm qualified to be here because I have broken many leases in my life. Dozens. Hey, come on, that's part of the game, lady. Let's go. Many leases, dozens of windows, and one particularly great weekend, a whole bunch of drywall. It was awesome. I actually was a pretty great tenant, I think. My landlady liked me so much that she invited the marshal to help me move out. So it was, I think I earned it. Like most comedians, I have a master's of business administration. Thank you. Yeah, that was worth $100,000. Sure, right there. Why the hell not? If you go to business school and you find out that you want to be a comedian, there's a business term for that. It is called a shitty return on investment. It's like investing in common areas. You don't get any payback on that. Come on. And I only bring that up, guys, because when I was coming out of business school, I was talking to my job counselor, and he said, well, what kind of a life do you want to live? What kind of work life do you want to live? And I said, I want to live where I work, I want to drink a lot, and I want my neighbors to hate me. And he said, have you considered a career in property management? Because that's the job description, buddy, apparently. So I wanted, not being an insider here, I wanted to familiarize myself with your industry, so I looked up some back issues of Multifamily Insider magazine. Wow, you guys. Publications and shows that have insider in the title are so exciting and scandalous. Not Multifamily Insider, not at all. This is, it's like reading Habitat magazine on Valium. It's the most boring shit I have ever read in my entire life. I wanted to put a gun in my mouth and blow my brains all over the issue of Multifamily Insider. That's what I wanted to do. Although I did learn 3 important things. I learned how to get my tenants to pay on time, how to streamline maintenance requests, and most usefully, how to stretch out the eviction process so I get 6 months free rent next time my wife throws me out. That was useful. Now, I wanted to make sure that I used the right language tonight, the language of the industry, and so I did some research on that, and here's what I learned. They are called residents, not tenants, okay? Oh, wow, that's a big one, obviously. Wow, I didn't, whew. It's an apartment community, not a complex. It's not a complex. Yeah, sure. And perhaps most importantly, it's a security deposit, not asshole insurance. Who knew? That's what it said on the back of my check when I got it back. Oh, and also, you're not supposed to use the term landlord anymore. I didn't know that, because last time I was a renter, my property manager made me call her Princess Patricia, the princess of Post Properties. Little uptight at Post Properties? Is it all the P's? Are you a Post Property person? Princess Patricia of Peachtree Industrial. No? I couldn't afford Post Properties back when I was renting. Am I kidding? Too many P's in the title. My God. Oh, and here's the most important thing you have to keep in mind when dealing with today's customer, right? They are young, upwardly mobile professionals. They are not entitled shitheads whose parents still pay their rent. They're not. That's not what they are. So don't let that one slip out. Don't do it. Don't. Speaking of millennials, do we really need any more of these entitled shitheads clogging up the Beltline and complaining about not getting their packages from Amazon, Birchbox, and Colorado Weed Emporium or whatever? It's like, hey man, that package is important, all right? It's a prescription for stress, man. They might cancel Stranger Things, man. I gotta deal with that. You know, when I booked this gig, Russ Webb called me and said, hey, Paul, we want you to join the AAA. And I said, hey, Russ, like I've told my wife 1,000 times, I do not have a drinking problem, all right? I just like the smell of bourbon a little bit. He was like, no, the apartment association. I was like, oh, shit, I thought it was roadside assistance, man. I didn't. Well, my wife, we've got a great, I've been married for 10 years. I'm so excited about, thank you, whole decade. It's amazing, you know, like, I didn't know what I didn't know about marriage. Like, I didn't know that I would ever hear this said. I didn't know I could hear, I'm not going to have sex with you until you clip your toenails. I never knew that would happen. Most surprisingly, I didn't know that I would be the one who said it. She's got some talons down there, you know, and it's like, I'm on baby aspirin. I might bleed out, you know, like I can't afford to get cut, you know. I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that my biggest fight in my marriage wasn't going to be about fidelity or finances. It was going to be the fact that my wife loads the dishwasher like an asshole. Everybody knows it goes big plate, little plate, little plate. But with my wife, it's like a Picasso on acid. You know, it's like a dish here, a bowl there, cutlery strewn across the top rack. I saw it the other day and I was like, how far away were you from the dishwasher when you threw that bowl in there? She's like, I was right next to it. I was like, you intended for that bowl to end up in that spot? Please tell me that's not a cutting board on the lower shelf, standing vertically, blocking the upper spray arm. Yes, the upper spray arm, that's what it's called. You would know if you gave a shit, honey. And she's like, why do you care about the dishwasher? I'm like, it's not about the dishwasher. It's about all the chaos on this planet. Yet in this 12 cubic foot appliance, I have the opportunity to impose order, and you just shit all over it. You just don't care. Are you guys ready to have some fun tonight, apartment professionals? What do you say? It's gonna be a great time. Tonight is all about love. Your colleagues have volunteered to come out and share their perspective on life in the apartment world. And what you can do in return is show them as much love as you possibly can. Lots of cheers, lots of laughs. There are 9 performers all doing comedy for the first time tonight. We've got 3 great judges over here. I want to introduce them. First of all, one of Atlanta's greatest comedians. She's performed in festivals all over the country. Please say hello to Miss Olivia Cathcart, everybody. Olivia. Another amazing Atlanta comedian. This guy is gonna get big someday, I'm telling you. He has been on Comedy Central. He's been on Kevin Hart's Heart in the City. Say hello to Mr. David Perdue, everybody. David Perdue. And I've already messed up because I've lost my last introduction. Where is it? Here it is. And from the industry, we've got an industry judge from Adderhold Properties, which specializes in historic renovations of multifamily. Please make welcome Tom Adderhold, everybody. Tom, thank you for being here. Now we have an opening comedian who is not a contestant. She's a professional comedian by night, and she's an apartment professional by day. She's performed at festivals all over the country. I love this woman. Make welcome Jen O'Neill Smith, everybody. Jen.
Thank you. Keep it going for Paul Ollinger. Yes. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I can't even believe this is real. This is so important to me because, like Paul said, not only am I a stand-up comedian, but I am a leasing and property manager. I've been for a long time. So when I heard about this show, I immediately freaked out and called Jeremy, and I was like, listen, if you don't put me on that show, I'm gonna spread a rumor that Brasco fertilizer is made out of people. Right? And here I am. So it's not made out of people, it's made out of puppies. I'm just kidding. It's Jeremy's company, so it's made of horseshit. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, so, like I said, I've been a property and leasing manager for over 10 years now, and it's wearing on me. Just gonna be honest. Like just this week, I got a phone call from a tenant that he had been living there for 6 months, and he called to complain that he'd been living there for 6 months and no one had yet been by to clean his apartment. I was like, oh, sorry, I think we ran out of soap washing everyone's cars. Like, do you know what life is? No, yeah. Oh, my phone's buzzing in my back pocket. I'm sure something stupid just happened. I'll have to get to that after the show. But no, I feel like the kids today, they don't know how to take care of themselves or how life works. And I'm worried. I'm worried for the future. You know, people are always worried about like, oh, what's gonna happen when the ice caps melt, or when the bees are extinct, or when we're out of resources. But I'm mostly concerned with like, what's gonna happen when all of the parents die? And there's no one left to pay the rent. Like, who's gonna pay the rent? We're all gonna be out of a job soon. Oh, no, it's fine. I could use one less job. It's fine. Like I said, I have two. I work 2 jobs, and then I'm also a mother to 432 tenants. Hopefully 431, as long as the eviction goes through on Tuesday. Like, fingers crossed. I'm really looking to get rid of this one. No, like I actually am a mother to 2 actual children that I birthed. I'm a mom. I'm a really great mom, though. I feel like I could say it. Like, I'm a really, really great mom. My kids could be cooler. They could. They could. They're not even trying. A little. You know. Like, my daughter is 5, and I love her. I love her. I do. I love her so much. I do, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like if we weren't related, you know, we probably wouldn't be friends in real life. Just saying. No. I don't know. She's mean, and she's bossy, and she's controlling. Like, she's the first one to, like, you know, poke at my stomach and be like, why is your tummy squishy? Why are your teeth crooked? And the other day I woke up with, like, red circles around my problem areas, and she was just standing there with a Sharpie, like, just saying. I didn't realize that I was rushing her sorority. I have a son, too. He's in kindergarten. He came home from school the other day in tears. He was so upset. And I was like, oh, buddy, what's wrong? What's going on? And he was like, well, my girlfriend, Gracie, had to move back to China today, and I had to say goodbye to her, and I'm never going to see her again, and I'm so sad. I was like, oh, my God, that is so sad. That's heartbreaking. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'll see if I can find Gracie's mom. I'll see if I can get her address in China. You guys can write back and forth and be international pen pals. How about that? So I go on his class page and I address all of the parents, and I'm like, hey, everybody, as you know, Gracie had to move back to China today, and we're all really upset about it. But what if the kids could get her address? They could be pen pals, yada, yada, sign Sully's mom in parentheses, best mom ever. And then Gracie's mom finally wrote back, and she was like, hey, thanks, that's really nice of you, but we actually just moved to Alpharetta. And by the way, we're Korean, actually, so. Okay. Great news, Sully. Your girlfriend didn't move to China, but now your whole school thinks we're racist, so cool. so much for that. You and your giant heart. He's always saying stupid shit. He is. The other day, he was like, hey, Mom, why do you like telling people jokes so much? I was like, dude, I don't know. I like making people laugh, I guess. He was like, yeah, well, I like making people laugh too, but I'm going to be a swim diver because that's a real job. I'm like, oh, really? Cool. First of all, I have a real job. I'm the one paying for all of those fruit bars that you take 2 bites out of and then smear the rest across our couch. Okay? And second, like, oh, good luck with your swim diving career. I'm sure you and your short arms are gonna do really well. See you at the Olympics, nerd. Thank you guys so much. I'm Jen O'Neill Smith. Have a great night. This is so great.
Keep it going for Jen O'Neill Smith, everybody. Yes. You guys ready for your first contestant? What do you say? Make some noise. It's about love tonight. Come on. Are you ready? Is she down front? Is she over here? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our first comedian is the Vice President of Property Management at Tri-Bridge Residential. And she's sponsored. Oh, it's a dude. Sorry. I totally messed that up. I knew one of them would be a guy. All right, he's the VP of Property Management at Tri-Bridge Residential. Start clapping. He's sponsored by THS National. Please welcome Seth Odie, everybody. Seth, here he is. Noise for Seth.
Can you guys hear me? I don't know how the other 4 minutes and 50 seconds are gonna go, but I just nailed the walk to the microphone. It's bittersweet to know that my comedic career may have just peaked 4 seconds in. Some of you may be wondering, who is this 35-year-old standing before you? But I recently had Botox injections, so the real question is, who is this 59-year-old standing before you? I get Botox injections to help with my headaches, just like I read Playboy for that hard-hitting journalism. My wife's super cool about it though, but when I really piss her off, she says your wrinkles are showing. I can't get mad at her. I mean, I literally can't show emotion. My good friend Jeremy Meese from Grasco called me up. He said he's putting together a comedy special. Do you want in, he asked. I said, Jeremy, other than being intelligent, successful, good-looking, charismatic, athletic, I just don't have the confidence. I want to talk to the guys in the room for a second. What is it about getting a haircut that turns our confidence up to 11? I walk out of the barber shop, I look both ways. It's not because I'm crossing the street. I just want to make sure everybody sees what just went down. It's a true story. I once renewed a driver's license that wasn't expiring just to memorialize an incredible haircut for the next 8 years. I still get speeding tickets, but now I get a fine and a phone number. There's a few things in life I don't think should exist. 3-in-1 body wash. If you're over the age of 12 and you can't commit to more than one product in your shower, you should have to wear a sign that says, I've given up. Single-ply toilet paper. 'Cause whatever you save on the single-ply, you'll spend on additional hand soap. That was the appropriate response. Well done. Chocolate-scented body spray. Guys, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. In the history of the world, no woman's ever smelled chocolate on a man's stomach and thought, I gotta see where this is going. There's a few phrases we use that don't really mean anything. It is what it is. Of course it is, 100% of the time. It certainly isn't what it isn't. Those of you who've had more than 2 drinks, I'm gonna give you a second to let that sink in. Great minds think alike. Nope. Nobody's ever said, hey, that Albert Einstein, he sure was brilliant, but constantly fell victim to groupthink. If his friend jumped off a bridge, would Stephen Hawking follow? Only if there was a ramp. Handicap physicist, that's your line in the sand, huh? If you're in your 20s and you don't have a smartphone, you're either a drug dealer or a time traveler. Or a time-traveling drug dealer. I don't have a story here. I just really like that joke. My car was recently stolen as I was leaving the grocery store. A guy jumped in and took off at wide open throttle. Naturally, I did the most productive thing possible. I chased him. This car had 475 horsepower, did 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. And my first thought was, hold my beer. After my run of shame, I called the police. I said, this is Seth Odie. Somebody just stole my car. They said, what's your license plate number? What's my license plate number? You're the police. You tell me what my license plate number is. Every time you guys pull me over, the cop walks up to the car and says, good afternoon, Mr. Odie. Do you know why I pulled you over? Ask that guy. This guy that stole your car, how did he look? He just got a free Jeep and $200 worth of groceries. He looked pretty damn happy. Guys, that's it for me. I'm Seth Odie. Thank you.
Keep it going for Seth, everybody. Seth Odie. And if you want a treat, check out Seth's LinkedIn profile picture. It's damn nice. It's super nice. You're a handsome fella. All right, you guys, please take pictures of your friends performing up here and post them on social media. Hashtag APTFunny, hashtag HumorWins, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Are you ready for your second performer tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear it. Come on. She is a community manager with Integral and is sponsored by HD Supply. Please make welcome the lovely Tennille Griggs, everybody. Tennille.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. When I was asked by the president of the Integral Company to come and do this comedy show, I thought to myself, I really hope this comedy thing works out. Because if it doesn't, I'll be trying to find a new job on Monday. I mean, it's just like, I would be the first person to be fired because I volunteered to do jokes on stage. And how embarrassing would it be if I lost my job and couldn't pay my rent and had to live out of my car? Or as we in the business say, a nice, cozy studio apartment with an unconventional kitchen, a shared bathroom with whatever gas station you park in front of. That's great. It's always a change of scenery. Yes, my name is Tennille, and people think they're being clever with my name. Oh, Captain and Tennille. Where's the captain? It's 2018 now. I'm the captain. Or they will break out with, love will keep us together. It didn't keep my parents together, though. I really love food, but I really hate the weight that comes with it. Talk about light on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. By the looks of these hips, I have a few lifetimes ahead of me. I recently just lost 40 pounds in 10 months. Thank you. It wasn't easy, especially when I didn't see it coming. I went to bed one night weighing 150, woke up next morning, 190 pounds. Talk about being blindsided. I felt like the offensive linebacker. But I didn't see Sandra Bullock stopping at the side of the road to help me. There's never a dull moment on my community. It's always these moments where I cannot make this stuff up. I have this one resident that called corporate office because her son couldn't ride his bike in the parking lot. Honey, have you seen these drivers here? Just let him go ride his bike on the freeway if you hate him that much. Hey, I want a summer with no heat, winter with no cold, Atlanta with no traffic. Therefore, I've accepted I'll never be happy. I work behind the old Brave Stadium. So I had a resident that was parking cars for profit on the property. I quickly put a stop to that because if the Braves don't earn a profit, you can't either. Yes, I love my family, but I hate the drama that comes with family gatherings. I have this one aunt, she's not here by the way though, that has one drink too many. She gets out on the dance floor, wants to drop it like it's hot. Then she sits there just like it's freezing cold. Don't drop it if nobody wants to pick it up. Also, I have this one resident that constantly complains about everything. So every time I have a community meeting, he never shows up. So I contacted him and was like, hey, why don't you ever come to the meetings? Well, I only complain to make your life difficult. Okay. I'm only filing this eviction to make my life easier. I love my residents though, I truly do. We have a perfect understanding. You have to pay to stay. If you pay late, you're gonna definitely exit out the gate. And if you pay early, just kidding, nobody ever pays their rent early. Thank y'all so much, have a good night.
Tennille Griggs, make some noise for Tennille. She's the captain. Did you guys like that? What do you think? Yeah? Yes. All right. Hey, real quick before our next performer, I want to ask you to join me in thanking the Atlanta Apartment Association and Russ Webb for the support of this event. Thank you all very much. We hope everybody has such a great time. You want to keep doing this over and over and over again. Are you ready for your next performer? What do you say? Yeah? All right. Our third performer is Assistant Community Manager with Westdale and is sponsored by Grasco. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Sparks!
1, 2, 3.
How you guys doing tonight? Good, good. So I want to start this off by saying I'm a huge college football fan, and I know this is Georgia Bulldog country. Surprised I didn't hear any barks. But I'm going to slow this down for you guys. Nah, I'm just playing. But in honor of the Georgia Bulldogs, I'll probably do really well at the beginning of this set and then just not quite finish. Touchy crowd. All right, so I'm actually a huge Alabama fan. Roll Tide, roll Tide. And my fiance is right over here. Nah, who am I kidding? It's actually my sister, so. Anyways, actually, I really am getting engaged, and nobody told me that, getting engaged and planning a wedding was gonna be like college football season. First, after you get done and you finish a game, you feel like you have a huge concussion. Any mistake you make, there's a huge fine. And third off, let's be honest, nobody on the other team really likes you. So with that, game being in Atlanta brought a ton of traffic. And let's be honest, we all love traffic, right? Yeah, I hate traffic. And I sit in it every day, but I'm glad to know that everybody else that I sit in with it actually loves it because you guys actually live here. I mean, Atlanta's good at 3 things, let's be honest. Traffic, gentrification, and crushed dreams. Falcons rise up. Didn't know I was going to touch so many people's feelings tonight. So let's get to the real reason we're all here, the apartment community. So as you guys know, I'm an assistant manager, and my favorite thing to do is looking at people's salaries. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's better than catching people with their pants off. The other day I processed this guy's application, and he actually made more in 1 month than I make in the whole year. And those are the kind of people I love. I give them a call, tell them they didn't meet the minimum salary requirements. And my next line is, how's it feel to be poor? You must be brave. Same here, buddy, same here, I'm crushed too. So, apartment professionals, since we make so much money, at leasing, we're kind of like burglars. You're really not making any money unless you're spending a lot more time in places nicer than yours. But my favorite thing about leasing apartments is when it comes to rent. There's always that one guy that comes in, hey man, I only got half this month. Can you not charge me that late fee? I always get them with this. Yeah, man, no problem. I got your late fee this month. I'm just going to come in tomorrow and take out half the stuff. Don't worry about it. So with that being said, if I were to ever not be able to pay rent, my problem would be I spent too much money on Chick-fil-A. We got any Chick-fil-A fans in the house tonight? There we go. You know what I don't like about Chick-fil-A, though? It's why they're always so polite. I mean, shut up. You're selling fast food. It's chicken, not porn, okay? I mean, if I'm ordering 12 nuggets and a large fry, obviously my life isn't going that well right now. And no amount of my pleasures is gonna solve that. I mean, you guys didn't invent the chicken, but you did invent the fake-ass saying. My favorite places are places like McDonald's. The employees are a little more real. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Pull up to the window, grab your food, say thank you. The guy looks back at you and says, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, shove it. So I'm gonna wind this thing down a little again and, say, with apartments, I love the things you hear from work orders. Really test your faith in humanity. Got a couple jokes for you guys. How many residents does it take to screw in a light bulb? I said, how many residents does it take to screw in a light bulb? None, they'll just call in a work order. All right, got another one for you guys. Knock, knock. All right, so I see there's a couple Georgia fans in the crowd right here. who didn't answer. I'll slow this down for you guys. Knock, knock. The door's broken. Call in a work order. All right. Last one. Why'd the resident cross the road? Come on, guys. It's the last one. Why'd the resident cross the road? Thank you. To complain about the other side. Thank you, guys. My name's Drew Sparks.
Drew Sparks. Keep it going for Drew Sparks. Where are the Georgia fans in here? Where are they? Yeah? We don't like Drew, do we? We don't like Drew very much. All right, you guys ready for your next performer? What do you say? Yeah? Yeah? Maybe he'll be a little bit more polite. Our next performer is the Director of Property Management with Matrix, and he's sponsored by Chadwell. Please give a warm round of applause to Patrick Burke, everybody. Patrick!
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to the fabulous Fox. I am privileged to be here tonight supporting this cause with the Atlanta Apartment Association, or as I like to call them, AH! It's also an honor to share the stage with so many funny people. It's also great to see Jeremy Macy. Jeremy, is this your Make-A-Wish? Apartment life's fun, isn't it? It is. You know, I hate, though, that we call them apartments. They really should be called all stuck togethers. Where you don't have to worry about lawn care, maintenance, privacy. We're busy right now in apartment world, though, right? A lot of meetings, a lot of conference calls. This is a weird opinion, but I really love conference calls. They give me an opportunity to test out all the new Snapchat filters. What I really like are the video conference calls. That's because I'm used to being on camera with my pants off. You know, when I'm not on the calls, I like to listen to podcasts. There's great ones out there right now. Really informative. You can learn a lot from them. And I think the best thing that I've learned is when somebody walks past your office and hears the podcast, they assume you're on a conference call and they leave you alone. Being alone, though, it's not always great, right? I mean, I'm all alone on stage right now. And if I get nervous, I'm supposed to picture all of you naked. And that's disgusting. I mean, Mike Davis is here. But I do like being alone at work. Gives me time to multitask with my nose hair trimmer. But every time I use that nose hair trimmer, I can't help but think about the guy I bought it from at a garage sale. I hope it is a nose hair trimmer. I've got to keep my nose clean. I'm a dad now, and I'm trying to be a good role model for my son, Charlie. So when he was learning to talk, I taught him that a great way to ask for another glass of milk is to yell, "Cocktails!" So Charlie's in pre-K now, and that was a really awkward parent-teacher conference. Who knew that pre-K teachers keep vodka in their desks? I say it was awkward. Honestly, I don't remember. Charlie and I were blackout drunk. I'm a golfer. I think it's my favorite sport out there. It's great, right? You get to get outside. There you go. Spend some time outside, get some fresh air, a little bit of exercise, and you can drink while you're doing it. Yeah. Which means golf is something I can do with Charlie, because that kid loves to day drink. Skiing's another sport that I'm into. You know, it's expensive. big time commitment, but I stick with it because I try to have surgery at least once a year. It's not all sports, though. Games are fun, too. We got any Dungeons and Dragons players in the room? Awesome. Best game out there, right? Because it ensures that you losers are never going to procreate. Even if you win, you're still a loser. There's a game that I do like to play, though. When I'm riding on an elevator with someone that I don't know real well, I stay very quiet. And when someone else gets on at another floor, I just launch in mid-conversation. Buddy, hold your head up. It's not a death sentence these days with modern medicine. Just look at Magic Johnson. Or Jeremy Meese. Middle names. Aren't middle names fun? You know what they do is they ensure that everybody has at least one embarrassing secret. There's a guy in this room tonight, true story, whose deepest, darkest secret is the fact that his middle name is Myrtle. Can you imagine how easy your life would be if your deepest secret didn't involve that felony? I talked about my kid earlier. Family time's important to me. One way that I love to spend time with Charlie is going out to eat. I like to take him out to lunch on the weekends. One of our favorite places to go is Costco. It's unorthodox, right? But there's great options. It's easy on the wallet. But Charlie always complains it's not so much lunch as it is a scavenger hunt buffet. Where are the chips this week, Daddy? Another way I like to bond with my family is through music, especially live music. What I do, I go to these loud rock concerts. When I come home, I can't hear for 3 days. My ears are bleeding, but I have no idea my wife's yelling at me. I know a little something about my wife yelling at me. We recently repainted our house. You guys ever pick out paint colors? It's awesome, right? You go to the paint store, you pick out your swatches, you put up the samples on the wall, and then you step back and you pretend that you can tell a difference between 6 different names for white. Speaking of names for white, I'm Patrick Myrtle Burke. Good night.
Give it up for Myrtle, everybody. Myrtle, the dad of the year. Oh, I like that. Hey, everybody, don't forget that tonight, part of your presence here is going to benefit the GAIEF. So please give a warm round of applause for Ms. Lisa Russo for being a part of tonight's event. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for the support and everything you guys do. Are you ready for your next performer? Make some noise, folks. What do you say? She is a leasing consultant with Steadfast Living. Everybody make some noise for Allison Pettigee. Allison!
Yeah, it's like national underground thunderbounds when I stomp the ground like a million elephants.
Wow, y'all having a good time tonight? Yeah. Getting some good laughs in. Well, I'm really happy to be here. I'm very grateful. This is an amazing event. A comedy competition for apartment professionals at the Fox Theater. Yeah. It's like they just threw a bunch of nouns in a bag and dumped it on the table. Well, that's our show. My next joke was gonna be about how I recently lost some weight, but then I found it again. I have been trying to watch what I eat. Right now, I'm on a steady diet of my feelings. Yeah. Right before the show, I had a nice big bowl of large crowd anxiety. As it turns out, you can't actually eat your feelings, but you can put them over ice cream, and it's pretty much the same thing. Losing weight is hard, I get it, but I'm so tired of all of these dumb excuses people are making. The worst thing I've ever heard was someone said they had a food addiction. You can't be addicted to food. That's like being addicted to oxygen. Okay. Oh, you need food? You need it to survive. I bet you need air too, don't you? Yeah, you lush. You can't just blame all of your problems on addiction. That's insensitive to people who are actually struggling with it. We've got some serious problems that plague society right now. Drugs, alcohol, Netflix. Speaking of that last one, if anyone's got a spare password, you can meet me outside. But yeah, so living on property is pretty great. Sorry guys, I'm new at this. My dad told me if I forget my jokes, just be me and you'll laugh at this anyway. So, so yeah, I live on property. It's pretty great. First of all, we are a gated community, so my mom can't just surprise me anymore. This is good. And my last job, I had an hour-long commute, and it was so exhausting. But now I can literally walk one building down and be in my office. I mean, I still drive. I'm not an animal. But living on property can be weird too, you know? Living on property can be weird too because as an adult, I've never known any of my neighbors, and now I know literally all of them. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to take the trash out and bumped into a resident in my pajamas without a bra on. And when they see me, they just talk and talk and talk and talk. And most of the time, it's about their rent or their refrigerator making some weird noise, but sometimes I do get some pretty juicy gossip. Like apparently this one elderly couple in building 2, they have a lot of really loud bingo nights. Carol's been on a lucky streak this week because I keep hearing her shout, "Oh, 69, oh, 69." I get it, Carol. You play more bingo than me, fine. Now, sometimes the residents are so excited to talk to me that they can't even wait until the office opens, so reasonably, they'll come knock on my door at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And it's confusing, because at 2 a.m., I don't know how to answer the door. Is this gonna be a maintenance issue, or is this my booty call finally showing up? I'm just kidding, that doesn't happen. The only thing that comes to my door after midnight is Uber Eats. But it's weird, you know, so I know all of my neighbors, but I also know a lot of weird things about them, which can be awkward, because they don't know the things that I know about them. I mean, I know who gets in the loudest arguments, I know who smokes the most pot, I know who has the craziest bingo nights. The answer to all of those is me. Yeah. Whatever helps to take the edge off, you know, that office can be a nightmare. Traffic constantly in and out the door. Phone never stops ringing. So actually, I did put together a little something to help me expedite my phone calls. I was gonna share it with you guys. Maybe it'll help you too. Hi, thanks for calling. How can I help you? Oh, information on an apartment? Okay. It'll be $50 for the application. It's $150 for the administration. Our leases are 3 to 12 months in duration, but living here, it's like you're on a permanent vacation. We've got a great selection of amenities. Our gym is up to date and the pool is sure to please. Don't worry about the cost because there are no hidden fees. I'll be here to help, and applying is a breeze. You want a top floor, renovated, everything new, 2-bedroom floor plan, balcony with the view. You want a garage too? I think we have a few. Let me see what we've got. I'm sure I'll find something for you. Applying is simple, let me give you a description. You'll pass the credit check and have no prior evictions. Have a fairly clean record, no convictions. Yes, we're pet friendly, but we do have some restrictions. If you've got the time, I'd love to schedule a tour. If you can come out today, I've got an opening at 4. I guess you can bring your dog, sure, but he can't go inside. You'll have to leave him at the door. We're a private community. We do have a gate. If you look up our reviews, you'll see they're pretty great. Pay rent by the 3rd, and she won't be late. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't take Section 8. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Keep it going for Allison, everybody. Allison, come on. Make some noise. All right, so apparently Section 8 is not a great thing. Okay, I get that. Nice. All right, everybody, remember, take your pictures, hashtag APTFunny on all the social medias. Are you ready for 3 more comics? We've got 3 more contestants. Keep it up. Make some noise. Your next performer has a huge cheering section. He's an executive vice president with First Communities, and he's sponsored by CSS Services. Give it up for Eddie Boy Romano.
Wow, thank you for that warm welcome. I gotta tell you, it's exciting to be here. Do you realize that this is actually my very first time on a stage this large, performing with my clothes on? Except for this time, you ladies are gonna be screaming for me to stay dressed. Let me just dive straight in. A lot of you know I became single in my early 50s. My ex, stay-at-home mom. I decided it would be a brilliant idea to start seeing professional women, but I rapidly ran out of cash for the cover charge. Next stage of thinking, internet dating. You all have done it with me. My choice, eHarmony.com. You know, where they pair you up with someone just like you. I got so frustrated dating short, rotund Italian women with a 5 o'clock shadow. Plus, you guys really don't know how difficult it is to find a lady who's also in the mafia. You know, I think it would be wonderful if the next love of your life at least met the same criteria as your favorite childhood breakfast cereal. In my case, be there for you in the morning, be charming, and be magically delicious. But you know, believe it or not, that Breakfast Club vision led me to the love of my life, Sugar. Oh, no, man, that's not a joke. That's my nickname for her. Italians, we love nicknames. I call her Sugar because she is sweet, she is addictive, and probably by the end of the show, she's gonna knock my teeth out. But my Sugar, most of you know her by Lacey, is also in the property management business. And we start dating, and it is awesome. So our relationship moves to that special moment of closing. And I won't forget that she took me by the hand, led me up the steps into her bedroom. Oh my God. She walks across to the dresser, pulls open the top drawer, and whips out the ABCs of leasing. I'm speechless. But like you, she's a consummate professional. She takes general control. She says, I just have a few pre-qualification questions for you. When was your last tour? And who did you see? And lastly, what is your annual income? You know you must make 3 times what I make just to qualify. Well, I'm gonna be honest, it took me 6 months to process my application. But now I own that asset. And I visit it every day. But let me assure you, that exterior is well landscaped. But you can't be in a relationship long before insecurity raises its ugly head. I mean, just the other morning, she rolls over in the bed and she looks at me like this. Babe, when you make love, do you ever picture other women said, I can't answer that. That's not a fair question. She goes, why? I said, babe, that's a trick question. Honey, when I make love with you, I only picture you. And when I make love to my girlfriend, I still picture you. That was the first time that sugar knocked my teeth straight out. But for those of you who know me, you know I would never, ever cheat on my girlfriend, who also just happens to be my lovely wife, Lacey. I love you, babe. So, I think it's great that we live in an era that we can celebrate our race, our culture, our heritage. I am a proud descendant of a third-generation Italian mafia family. And to be honest with my competitors, I think it gives me a distinct advantage over you. Because you see, when I terminate someone, you never see them again. And I've been told by First Communities that I'm a brilliant recruiter. Apparently, I can make you an offer that you can't refuse. A lot of you friends out there share with me how crazy your mom or your pop is. I want to tell you a story that's just the opposite, every word of it true. My mother has a master's degree in reverse psychology. You see, when I was growing up and I went to run away, my mom packed me a lunch. When I found a whole cigarette and brought it home, I said, Mom, can I smoke it? She lit it for me, lit one for herself, and we smoked it together. My mom took the mystery out of everything. So at the age of 12, when she caught me with a dirty porno magazine, does she whip my ass? Oh, hell no. She grabs my little sister and I, takes us straight up to the bedroom, and goes through the magazine page by page. My mom was a genius. I no longer enjoy porn. Unless we do it together as a family. So, this is going to be my 30th year at First Communities. Thank you, guys. Yeah, apparently I'm harder to get rid of than a bad case of STD. And speaking of being hard to get rid of, that is my set. You guys have been amazing. Thank you.
Ed Romano, everybody, Eddie Boy. His purple shirt gave him away as a mafioso right away. I don't know if you saw that or not. All right, guys, we've got another great event, industry event coming up we want to make you aware of. Maintenance Mania on March 18th. Don't miss it. More information is on the AAA website. Now we have 3 actually left. Well, are you ready for your next performer? What do you say? Come on, we got some energy in here. He's Director of Talent Development at Cortland Partners. Yeah! All the way from West Palm Beach, Florida. Make some noise for Joey Doe.
God damn it, sit down. I told you about this. I don't have much time. But how awesome is this, right? What a better place to have a party than the Fox Theater. It's so cool, right? Now, I love to party. I'm a big fan of the act of partying, but I can't party like I used to, right? I mean, I try. I give it my damnedest, right? But I can't party like I did in my 20s. In my 20s, I could party any night of the week because my mind and my stomach were on the same page. If my mind said, let's party, my stomach was right there saying, let's do this, let's make this happen, let's make some bad decisions. Even at 3 in the morning when my mind was like, I need Burger King. My stomach was right there going, I'll make room. All right, everybody out. 2 exits, no waiting. Now I'm in in my 40s, all right? My mind and my stomach are like an old married couple. They don't get along. They don't talk anymore. They just argue. My mind's like, hey, let's party. And my stomach's like, not tonight. I am not in the mood. I have a tummy ache. Because think about it, in your 20s, a drinking binge is like 1 to 2 years. Minimum. Outside of your 20s, a drinking binge is like a night. It's just like one night. That's all you can handle. But it's nights like tonight, I know there's going to be a handful of us out there that are going to make the mistake and think that we can party like we partied back in the day. Specifically, these tables over here. We're going to make that mistake. We're going to wake up tomorrow morning with our mind going, how the hell did I do this for 10 years? Our stomach's going to be right there going, Waffle House, whose bright idea? Johnny's Hideaway, are you kidding me? Speaking of drinking, I used to be a property manager. They kind of go hand in hand. As a property manager, I wrote a book. The name of this book, My Life in Property Management, The Things I Wish I Could Say and Do. Because let's be honest, we love our residents, we love our customers, but they put us in situations where we wish we could say or do the first thing that popped into our minds. For example, we all have that one resident. I'll refer to him as Steven. Steven comes into the office the first of the month, every damn month, and asks that proverbial question, why, oh why, must I pay rent on the first of the month? That's not the way my pay schedule works. Now, I would normally say something sweet and sincere. Well, Steven, you actually don't have to pay rent until the 3rd. It's not even considered late till after the 4th. I might be able to waive a late fee for you. What goes through my mind is, Steven, before I answer that question, I need to let you know there's been some late breaking news. Apparently, there's been a change in the universe to where now you, Steven, you're the sun. And the rest of us minions on this planet we call Earth, we now revolve around you. So guess what, Steven? You can pay rent whenever the hell you want. You're the effing sun. The things I wish I could say and do. We also have that one resident that always seems to have a problem with a broken or leaking garbage disposal. Do a little bit of investigating with a maintenance team and come to find out, Scott has been shoving bags of rice down the garbage disposal. First of all, who in their right mind puts rice in the garbage disposal? I'll tell you who, effing Scott, that's who. So me being the community leader that I am, I go in to have a one-on-one conversation with Scott in his apartment home, and I say something polite and poetic. Scott, if you could, possibly, potentially, maybe, hopefully, refrain from putting rice into the garbage disposal, you won't have any issues going forward. I might be able to waive a late fee for you. What goes through my mind is, Scott, I need to apologize on behalf of your parents for raising you in a cave and giving you no exposure whatsoever to appliances nor their functionality. So let me explain this to you in caveman terms. Rice in Scott's stomach is yum yum and tum tum. Rice in garbage disposal, no yum yum and tum tum. Yum yum and tum tum, no yum yum and tum tum. Scott, let's do an experiment, all right? I'm going to shove a bag of rice into your mouth. I'm going to make you drink a gallon of water. You tell me, what do you think your pipes will do? Now, knock it off, Scott. Last but not least, we have that one future resident who falls in love with our community, and we have a great discovery conversation. And we ask that classic guest card question. So, Priscilla, Do you have any fur babies moving in with you? To which Priscilla replies with, why, yes, I do. I have a dog. Oh, that is fantastic. And what's your fur baby's name? His name is Sebastian. Oh, that is adorbs. If you mind me asking, Priscilla, what type of dog is Sebastian? He's a lab mix. Are you asking me if he's a lab mix, or are you telling me he's a lab mix? Yes. Priscilla, do tell, how much does Sebastian weigh? What's the weight limit? 70 pounds. Ah, he is 67 pounds. Priscilla shows up on move-in day with a 120-pound purebred German Shepherd. Now, I would normally ask in the most sympathetic, empathetic, whatever aesthetic way possible, Priscilla, that's a lab mix, to which Priscilla would reply with, yes, I have a letter. From my vet. That says breed, boink, lab mix. Weight, boink, 67 pounds. What goes through my mind is, Priscilla, let me ask Sebastian what type of dog he thinks he is. Sebastian, you are frightening. Sebastian, let me ask you, do you think you're a lab mix? Even the damn dog would be like, Onsa, I don't know what she's talking about. I mean, look at me. I've got the long snout. I've got the pointy ears. And you tell me, how many dogs do you know walk like this?
Hey guys, that's my time. I appreciate it. My name's Boone.
Joe Dell. Do you guys like Joe? What do you think, Joe? Yeah? So residents lie about their pets? Really? That happens? That's a thing? All right, two more comics left. You guys ready? What do you say? Make some noise for your next performer, ladies and gentlemen. He's a property manager with Atlantic Pacific and sponsored by Restore All. Please make welcome Jabril Boykin Willis.
How's everybody doing? So, I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm so nervous right now. I don't know if I should start smoking cigarettes or skip straight to Xanax. To that table of regionals in the back, those brownies that we did in the parking lot are not helping. So I guess I should start with telling you guys a little bit about myself. I hate cats. I think cats are evil. Like, I think that cats were created by Satan himself. Like if you die, like a dog will like sit by your grave, mourn you and be sad. And I feel like a cat would use your grave as a litter box. Just right after they finish trying to eat your face off. I love old people. I love old people because old people can be as rude as they want. Like, I think the perk to getting old is like the 10% discount at Chick-fil-A and just being able to talk shit. Like, my favorite old person is my grandmother. My grandmother is like 4'11" of like sweetness and gingerbread and peppermint and just like vengeful hot fire. Like it's the weird combination that kind of like completely destroys your self-esteem and then gives you a soft kiss on the cheek to send you on your way. Like I remember when my cousin came and told my grandmother she was getting married. So my cousin's all excited. She comes in the house and she's like, "Oh God, Grandma, I'm getting married." Without missing a beat, my grandmother goes, "Baby, that is so good. I remember when you was a hoe." Baby, I mean, we could not kick that skirt down. But look at God, won't he do it? This woman is crazy. So I hate stereotypes for a different reason than most. I actually hate stereotypes because I actually like watermelon, fried chicken, and free shit. So like, by definition, we're probably all black. Honestly, don't worry, white people, you're still white. Woo! Dodge the bullet. One of my favorite things that I love about my job, I love working in the apartment industry, mostly because my boss is sitting right over there. She actually signed me up for this, or as I like to say, I volunteered. So, Ginger, remember, at review time, team player, fried chicken, hates cats. Let's see. I actually enjoy like meeting new people. I think that's like a really cool thing. I love dating. For the last couple of years, honestly, it's been like really kind of difficult. It's probably because I'm married. So, kind of just gets in the way all the time. But yes, I am married. But I hate weddings. Like, okay. So, I hate weddings because you mean to tell me you could spend $30,000 on this ceremony and you could not manage to make sure that the chicken wasn't dry? I mean, hell, the chicken wasn't even fried. And I had to bring my own watermelon. So, no, honestly, like I love this business. I think I started 8 years ago, and I think the first time I started, like first week on the job, we walk a vacant apartment. Oh, we thought it was vacant. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So walk in a vacant apartment, and I mean, we go into this apartment, and the apartment was disgusting. I'm talking, it was so dirty. I mean, like shoes in the refrigerator, food under the bed dirty. Like tetanus shot dirty, or I'm sorry, Alabama dirty. Go Dogs. So you guys really hate that, did you? So we're walking through the bedroom, and like out of nowhere, this pile of clothes starts moving, and I don't know what to do. So like this lady yells out, she's like, "What are you guys doing in my apartment?" So like I panicked, like I didn't know what to do. So I just yelled out, "Don't worry, we're not cleaning." So like, you know, the next day she comes in the office and she actually cooked us lunch to make up for trying to scare us. It's been 8 years ago. That food is still waiting to be eaten. So I actually feel like this job should come with some sort of warning labels, like those drug commercials. So it should be like property management may cause nausea, may cause headaches, may cause violent thoughts against the residents. And if you're still smiling after 4 hours, consult your physician. Honestly, guys, this has been great. It's been awesome laughing with you guys. But I did just get a text that said that it is Popeyes and free shit in the back. So that's my time. I'm out. Thank you.
Keep it going for Jabril, everybody. Keep it going for Jabril. All right, y'all, we've got one more performer left. Here's what's going to happen. After she performs and she's going to kill it, the judges are going to convene in the back and they're going to tabulate all their scores and pick our winner for tonight. And while that happens, we've got a very amazing surprise guest for you who is going to put you in tears laughing. I'll tell you about him in a minute. But before he comes out, are you ready for your last contestant? Give it up. Make some noise for the woman who has been waiting to entertain you. She's a regional manager with S&P Management. She's the best looking grandma in the place. Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Stokes.
Hello, everybody. First, I want to start off by thanking every lady that I met in the restroom tonight. Naked. I feel like we have a connection. Okay, guys, listen. And everybody before me was great, so thank you guys. You did an awesome job. Woo! Okay. So, since the beginning of my career in property management, one of the biggest attributes I would say is the ability to lie creatively. And we took classes for it. Marketing classes. We've learned to, but they called it like overcoming objectives, I'm sorry. We've actually learned to lie to residents when we tell them we're going to give them the white picket fence lifestyle, when in reality it's more like chain link fence lifestyle, okay? So we've been very creative with this. They'll say, it's small. We'll say, it's quaint. Or they'll say, it's old. We'll say, it's rustic. It's a classic. But one of the biggest things is when we tell them, when they say, what about the crime? And we say, there's no crime. It's a gated community. Okay. Another thing is we take this skill that we learn from marketing, and it becomes a part of our lifestyle, and we incorporate it in our lives. So then we start to lie to everybody. Even our spouses. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about career, the birth of a career in property management and the death of a marriage. I can admit it was me. So let me talk to the gentleman for a minute. Guys, I know who you're probably here with tonight is not the person you started your career with. You wanted to trade up to a newer, modern, nicer model, reliable in a better neighborhood, with no security and low down payments. And that's cool. But ladies, you guys have never been afraid to snap, crack, and pop. And I know this is a company event, so I'm just gonna be nice about it. I'm looking at you, you know how to pop it. We poppers know, okay? We poppers know, so I know you know. But look, there's nothing to be ashamed about when you snap, crack, and pop it. It happens everywhere in every industry. Think about it. What did Nike really mean when they said snap? I'm sorry, when they said just do it, right? Just do what? You know what? You know what? Or what did KFC mean when they said finger looking good? Have you ever licked your fingers after KFC? Never, okay. And we're in Atlanta, so some of you decided to taste the rainbow. That's what you decided. Just taste the rainbow. But listen. I love this industry. I absolutely love it. From my first lease, I knew this is where I was supposed to be. You know, it's just something about it that just makes your energy boil. You just get excited about it. You get excited about it, right? You get excited about it? Absolutely. It makes you want to just get busy. So we get busy leasing apartments, filling up the owner's pockets, but we also get busy filling up on each other. You gotta admit it, guys, let's just admit it. We get busy filling up on each other. Or perhaps I'm leasing apartments wrong. I don't know. Can you say fair housing? Fair housing. In any event, I must say, yeah, I'm leasing them wrong. I had to think about that. But I love this industry, and I have to say that it's been good to me. This industry has awarded me with many benefits, and I couldn't, if anyone was to tell me that it was an industry that didn't have benefits or it was not rewarding, I would have to tell them that they're wrong. Because this particular industry has awarded me with the opportunity to, let's see. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. No, but honestly, guys, I want to talk a little more about us in this industry. We have a lot of fun, absolutely. Do y'all have fun at your Christmas parties, do you have fun? Do you have fun? Which also means that every now and then in this industry, how many of you like the holiday party? They may should cancel it. How many of you like the holiday party? Something about that holiday party that makes us, we start off like taking shots and singing carols, correct? But we end up taking pics and doing carol. I know, y'all a little salty on it, but it's true. I'm sorry, I'm telling all our secrets. And it's unspoken secrets, but perhaps maybe no more it's unspoken, okay, because I just spoke them. So much for the unspoken thing. But I love this industry, and there's one, it's like a pyramid, and the one thing about the pyramid is that the pyramid scheme is that after so many people up under you, then you rise to the top, right? You must have rose to the top. Popper, get him. She's a popper. Okay. It's, yeah, anyway. I know. So listen, I'm just cracking myself up. Even if y'all not laughing, I'm cracking myself up. So, one thing I will say, if anybody in here that has not tried it, has considered doing it, or, you know, well, you know what? For you, I'm free tonight. Good night.
Crystal Stokes, everybody. Give it going for Crystal Stokes. How about a round of applause for all the contestants you saw tonight, all 9? Come on, make some noise for them. If you like what you saw, if you thought, hey, that was pretty funny, I think maybe I should do that next year, great news. Submissions are open for the 2019 Atlanta's Funniest Department Professional at aptfunny.com. So go over there and sign it up. All right, the judges are going to leave the room. We've got a very special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. The comedian who's about to come to the stage is a son of Atlanta, Georgia. He was the 2015 winner of the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival. And listen to this, he just made his debut on The Tonight Show, on NBC's Tonight Show. Make some noise for Atlanta's own Rob Hayes, everybody. Rob!
What's good, people? That much, okay. Give it to everybody you guys saw tonight. That was so good. Yeah, give it up to them. I don't care if y'all like me or not. I told my mama I was at the Fox tonight, so I already won, you know. She thinks I'm over there with Jeffrey Osborne and them. She don't even know I'm in this room. That's fine. I'm from here, born and raised in Atlanta. I live in New York now. It's cold up there. That's why I'm back here. I'm just chill here until it warms up there. First day it was cold, I walked outside, the wind blew and hit my ankles. I didn't even know wind could blow down there. I swear in the South, we just have above the waist wind. We don't have that full body wind that they have in the North. I'm not used to that. I'm used to throwing a hoodie with your shorts type wind. I'm used to that. I'm not used to this full body wind. Now I get boots. I understand Timberlands now. They put the leather on the top to block the ankle wind. I didn't understand that before. I had a show in upstate New York. It was negative 11 degrees. Ooh, that is the correct answer, yeah. My body's not designed for the negatives. That's too cold. That's way too cold. I saw a horse with a coat on. That's too cold when you gotta go coat shopping for your horse. It was a nice coat, it was plaid, but still, that's too cold. People, they were out there, their coats were open, no hat on, no scarf on, looking at me like I was crazy. I had my hat on, scarf on, gloves on. I sounded like I was having sex with the car I was pumping gas in. I was just like, it's so cold. I don't know why I was making the female noises. I haven't figured that part out yet. It was just too cold. Here in Georgia, if you spill a snow cone, they'll cancel school. Like, we don't do the cold too well. I remember that snowpocalypse, 2 inches of snow shut the entire city down. Here's my theory. Growing up, it would never snow overnight. So these grown people were driving, and it started snowing, and they were like, well, we gotta walk the rest of the way. Then they turned on the news, and they were like, you guys need to move your cars. Y'all are stopping up traffic. Y'all are getting in the way. I didn't always do comedy. I used to work at a Chick-fil-A at the airport. A lot of people complain about their commute to work, but those people don't have to go through TSA to get to a kitchen. I don't know if you ever looked in the back of a fast food restaurant, but there are no chairs back there. Like, my friends used to complain about their jobs, and they used to be like, man, I just want to do what I love. And I used to be like, I just want to sit down. I just want a job with a chair. That's all I want. It's a job with a chair. I just want to get trustworthy enough that they let me get a bag of fries out of the freezer. I don't know if you ever hugged a bag of potatoes, but it feels so good when you've been in a hot kitchen all day. They would only hire people to work the cash register who were bilingual, whether they could speak English or not. Just on the chance that somebody only spoke Romanian and needed a chicken biscuit. So they be calling back orders to me. I wouldn't understand what they were saying. They'd be like, yes, I need a bacon, egg, and cheese on biscuit. And I'd be like, I'm gonna just give you the sandwich I was working on and hopefully their flight leaves soon. Like, I can't get in trouble if they complain in another city. I can't get in trouble if they complain in the sky. I'm pro-bullying. I went through it. I feel like other people should have to go through it. Like, I didn't just get bullied at school. I got bullied at church, family outings. I'm the only person I know that got bullied in college. I was well-rounded, but well-bullied. I remember one time when I was a kid, these kids took my birthday cards out of my mailbox and ripped up the checks that I got for my birthday and put them in front of my house. And I remember thinking, man, they remember my birthday. That's what's up. I feel like a way of adult bullying is people keep asking me, how old are you? Like, I don't have to answer that question. I'm grown. Unless you're a doctor or a detective, I don't have to tell you my age. I go to clubs, bouncers always do too much. They always like, you know I gotta check your ID. Like, you don't have to do all that. I'm born in the 80s. Once you see that, hey, give me my ID back. I don't care if it's birthday, issue date, death date. I'm old enough to be here. I'm TSA pre-check. I shouldn't have to go through this. I don't have to take my shoes off anymore. Anytime I walk in a store, I found out I have a lost space. When I walk in stores, people are like, are you lost? Can I help you? Like, maybe I've been here before. Maybe I can find my aisle. Give me a chance. Maybe I know how to read. When I was a kid, I was a mouth breather. People think that means that I'm slow. I'm not slow. I just used to get congested from time to time. Like, I used to get sick all the time, but never sick enough to miss school. Like, I was the reason a box of tissues was on your school supply list. Like, I was a kid nobody wanted to be in front of in the lunch line. I'd be behind you like, will you close your mouth? I'm sorry, if I close my mouth, I'm gonna die. I'm just trying not to die. I was a kid, everybody thought would sleep first at a sleepover. Like, Robert, you sleep up there? No, I'm watching the same movie y'all are watching. It's my favorite part right here. I used to play football. Nobody's scared of a wheezing linebacker. I would only get 2 awards on awards day. I would get the Spirit Award, the award for the player with the most heart, which used to confuse me because I watched the draft. They talk about how fast people run, how much weights they lift, but I'd be sitting at home like, what about their heart? What kind of person are they? They gonna run to the podium? I would have ran up there. I also used to get the award for most improved player, which is a great award the first year you get it. But then every year after that, it's like, all right, coach, how bad was I in the beginning? Like, obviously, I keep getting better and better. I got the trophies to prove it. I don't understand. I'm not getting playing time. It's ridiculous. I'm out of shape. I want to use one of those exercise DVDs, but how do I know that the person on the DVD got in shape using the methods of the DVDs? They're already in shape on the first disc of the DVDs. Like, for me to use one of those DVDs, I would need for the person to start out out of shape. Then as the DVDs go along, they get in shape. So then that way, if I quit, I can still watch it like a reality show. Like, I didn't make it, but let me see if he makes it. Put the next disc in. I'm gonna just watch a whole season. I'm gonna just sit here and watch a whole season. If he makes it, I'll go back and do it with him, but I gotta see him do it first. Everywhere I go, people tell me what I need to eat. People tell me I need to eat more kale. What is kale? How did we get a new vegetable? When I was a kid, we never colored kale. You won't find kale in a coloring book, but now I need to put kale in everything. I ask people, what is kale? I get a new answer every time. I'd be like, hey, what is kale? They'd be like, oh, kale? That's the stuff they used to put as a garnish. They used to put that stuff on the side of the plate. You mean the stuff you'd be like, hey, what about that green stuff? Oh, don't worry about that. Now they want me to eat the don't worry about that. They want me to eat the stuff I've been throwing away my whole life. I asked somebody else what was kale. They were like, oh, that's the stuff they used to put at buffets. Like just to line the buffets up. I never went to a Golden Corral and seen anybody like, yeah, let me get the stuff on the ice. Can I get the stuff on the ice? I just want the stuff on the ice. No, it's a superfood on the ice. I'm gonna take it home and juice it. Let me know when you throw it out. I'm gonna come back and get it. I just want the stuff that's on the ice. They're taking the gluten out of everything. Seen that white people are dying of gluten. I don't know what gluten is. I swear, back in my day, we didn't have gluten. We had a food pyramid. Gluten wasn't on there. It had meat, dairy, fruits, vegetables, grains. Didn't have gluten on there. Junk food was at the top. Junk food looked cool, though. Junk food had a frown on its face. Like, I feel like I could hang out with junk food. Like, junk food could fight, you know. Like, fruits and vegetables, they look too happy. I can't trust a banana with a mustache. Smiling all the time like, hey, boys and girls, I'm gonna work hard for you. Like, man, you look lame. I wanna hang out with junk food. Junk food just sitting at the top like, this is a pyramid scheme if I ever seen one. I'm junk food. I'm the food that makes you feel good, baby. Ask your mama about her cheat day. She'll tell you. When your teacher's trying to raise money, who's she gonna have you pushing door to door, huh? Me. You want that boom box, you gotta sell candy bars. Can't sell no carrots. Gluten's new. Gluten came out around 2011, 2012. Like, I remember where I was when gluten came out. I was sitting at home. I was downloading mixtapes. My homeboy came in like, you know that new gluten just dropped? I was like, really? That's crazy. I need to find that. That's crazy. All the old people in my life, they've been eating gluten their whole lives. They're fine. My grandmother's been eating gluten biscuits, gluten sandwiches. She made it. She's old. That's all we're trying to do is get old. Like, she could probably make you gluten from scratch. She could probably make you the best homemade gluten and gravy you ever had in your life. Like, how we know we're not gonna need the gluten? How we know 5 years from now the doctors are not gonna come on TV and be like, whoa, 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 who took the gluten out? I need to put that gluten back. That's what keeps your kneecaps together. You can lose your whole kneecaps. That's what your kneecaps is made out of. That's what gives your eyelashes that curve. You're gonna lose the curve in your eyelashes. You have some droopy eyelashes. You don't want droopy eyelashes. That's what gives your nipples color. You're gonna lose the color in your nipples. Taking the gluten out of your system. You don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. I do miss living in the South. I miss living in the South a lot. In the North, they don't have Southern hospitality. You know? People are helpful here. You ask people for help, they will help you. Like, here driving around, whenever I needed help with my car, I would just take it to a shade tree mechanic. You know, dudes just hang out at the auto parts store all day, because they will help you fix your car, no matter what was wrong with it. The only problem is they will want to tell you the history of every car they ever had and what broke down on it. I'd be like, hey, yeah, my car is making a noise. I'd be like, oh, your car is making a noise? Well, what does it sound like when you crank it up? Does it sound like ning, 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 ning? Or does it sound like click, 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 click? Because it sound like click, click, click. It's probably alternator, you know, because I had a Super Sport back in the day, but then the alternator messed up on that. Then before that, used to have me a Cadillac Coupe de Ville, but I swear it was possessed by the devil because the windows wouldn't even roll down. They weren't even automatic windows, but for some reason I couldn't get them to roll down. I swear they canceled my gym membership after that. It got so strong. Then before that, they used to have me a Lincoln with suicide doors. Not the doors that open up like this, but they just fell on the highway. They just committed suicide. Then before that, used to have me a Deuce and a quarter. Boy, you don't know nothing about that Deuce and a quarter. They used to keep it so clean. Used to have gangster white walls. What are gangster white walls? Those are white sides on the tires. They go on the ground. How you keep them clean? Got to be a gangster. Like, can you just get started on my car, please? Like, I know now I'll never be that dude. Like, if I end up getting older and talking like that, like, I wouldn't know how to fix your car. But I might know how to fix something else, though, like your laptop. Like, I might be on the outside of Best Buy, like, well, what does it sound like when you boot it up? Does it sound like bum, 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 bum? Or does it sound like boop, 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 boop? Does it sound like that? You probably got some software issues, because I had an HP back in the day, but then the screen started freezing on me, so I had to take the monitor out. And before that, you used to have me an E-machines, but then the keyboard started acting up. I used to call that thing Control-Alt-Delete. And before that, you used to have me a MacBook Professional. You know nothing about that. You used to keep it so clean. You used to run leopard, so much porno. Then before that, you used to have me an iPad, no fingerprints. iPad, no fingerprints. How you keep an iPad, no fingerprints? Gotta wear gloves at all times. iPad, no fingerprints. Where you get the gloves from? Gotta be a gangster. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all been wonderful. My name is Rob Hayes. This is my time. Thank you.
Rob Hayes. Do y'all like Rob? What do you think? Atlanta, Georgia, y'all, right there. Follow him on Twitter at RobertIsTheMan. All right, the time has come. Are we ready to hear the winners of the first annual Atlanta's Funniest Apartment Professional Contest? I don't know, are we ready? I don't know, are we ready? In third place, from Tribridge, sponsored by THS, everybody, Seth Odie. The man with the great hair. In second place, she laid it down. From Steadfast, Allison Pettigee, everybody. And your winner of the first annual Atlanta's Funniest Apartment Professional, from Cortland, Mr. Joe Dell, everybody. Joe, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Jeremy's giving him that is a microphone. A microphone. All right, all the contestants, come on up. Let's say thank you. Give it up for all the contestants who are here with you tonight. Come on up, everybody. Come on up. Let's take a bow. Make noise to your colleagues and friends. Come on over. Come on over. Thank you for coming out tonight, you guys. Thank you, Jeremy.
Guys, give it up for Paul Ollinger. We're gonna do a quick group photo. Get your cameras out, take some pictures, and listen. We're here till 11 o'clock. The bars are staying open. Dessert and coffee is now out. So let's get a great group photo. Ed Romano's coming to the stage. Give him one more round of applause. Everybody look at the photographer to your right. So what do you guys think? Should we do this again next year? Yes. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our contestants. Thank you to the Fox Theater. Guys, give it up for everyone that worked tonight. Yes. None of you people were working tonight. Many, 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 many people were working tonight and did amazing. One more round of applause for all of our performers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much. Guys, we'll be taking more pictures out in the salon. The bars are open. Dessert is available. Hang out. Have fun with us. Just come see me if you want to take a picture on the stage. Thank you so much.